On the edge of a quiet forest, there was a tall old tree that touched the night sky. High on one of its strongest branches sat an owl named Orin. His feathers were soft gray and white, his eyes were deep and golden, and the animals in the forest called him the Wise One. They believed he always knew what to say, but Orin had a secret. He was not wise because he always spoke. He was wise because he almost never spoke too quickly. Every night, when the moon was full and bright, the animals came to sit in a circle under his tree. They brought their worries like small stones in their hearts. One night, a rabbit bounced in first. "Orin," she cried, "the fox is terrible. He ran past me and laughed. He wants to eat all of us. We should never trust him." Before Orin could answer, the fox slowly walked into the circle. "That's not fair," the fox said quietly. "I only laughed because I tripped over a root. I did not even see you, rabbit." The rabbit's ears turned red. A squirrel jumped in, his tail shaking. "Orin, the woodpecker is so annoying," he shouted. "He keeps hitting the tree next to my home. I cannot sleep. He does it to make me crazy." Soon, the woodpecker flew down, tired eyes half closed. "I worked all day," he said softly. "I have 3 hungry babies. I am just trying to find food inside the tree." "I did not know it bothered you so much." The squirrel looked at the ground, embarrassed. More animals arrived with more complaints. "The river is too loud. The wind is too cold." She looked at me in a strange way. He did not say hello. Each animal believed their own story was 100% true. They all turned to Orin. "What should we do? Who is right? Who is wrong? Tell us. Tell us." Orin blinked slowly. He did not shout. He did not rush. He closed his eyes and listened. He listened to the rabbit's fast breathing. He listened to the fox's quiet hurt. He listened to the squirrel's anger and the woodpecker's tired sadness. He waited until the forest became still. Finally, he opened his eyes. "Tonight," he said gently, "many of you want answers. But before answers, we need something else." "What is that?" asked the young deer. "Ears," Orin replied. "Real ears. Not just ears on your head, but ears in your heart." The animals looked confused. "I do not understand," said the hedgehog. "We all have ears." Orin nodded. "Yes, but you use them only to wait for your turn to speak. When someone talks, you do not listen. You are already preparing your answer." He turned his golden eyes to the rabbit. "Rabbit, when the fox spoke, did you hear his words? Or did you only hear your own fear?" The rabbit swallowed. I only heard my fear," she admitted. Orin looked at the squirrel. "And you, squirrel?" When the woodpecker explained, "Did you hear his tiredness or just your anger?" The squirrel lowered his tail. "Just my anger," he said quietly. Orin smiled kindly, not to shame them, but to invite them closer to the truth. "Wisdom is not a magic power," he said. "It is not a big brain or special feathers. Wisdom begins when you truly listen before you speak. When you listen, you see that every story has more than one side." He invited the fox and the rabbit to sit side by side. "Rabbit," he said, "tell the fox how you felt when you thought he laughed at you." She took a deep breath. "I felt small," she said. "I felt like a joke." Then Orin turned to the fox. "Fox, tell the rabbit how you felt when she called you terrible." Fox's eyes grew wet. "I felt lonely," he said. "I know I am a hunter, but I am also part of this forest. I do not want to be hated all the time." Slowly, the rabbit's fear and the fox's loneliness met in the middle. "I am sorry," Rabbit whispered. "I am sorry too," Fox replied. They both looked up at Orin. "Thank you for your words," they said. Orin shook his head. "It was not my words," he answered. "It was your words finally heard." He turned to the rest of the circle. "From today," he said, "I want you to try something. When someone speaks to you, do not jump to answer. Do not fight in your head. First, repeat in your own mind what they are feeling. Then speak." The forest became very quiet. The wind moved gently through the leaves. The moon watched like a patient eye. One by one, the animals began to practice. The squirrel said slowly, "Woodpecker, you are tired and working hard for your babies." Can you hear that? "I am just very tired too. Can we find a different tree or a different time?" The woodpecker nodded. "Yes, I can try." The circle grew softer. Not perfect, not without problems, but softer, kinder, and more real. From that night on, whenever someone asked Orin for fast advice, he always started the same way. "Tell me everything," he would say. "I will listen first." Dear listener, in your life, people also speak with fear, anger, and tiredness. Sometimes you reply to fast on your phone, in your family, at school, or work without truly listening. Real wisdom is not talking the loudest. Real wisdom is listening the deepest. Next time someone speaks to you, try this. Pause, breathe, listen with your heart, and think before you answer. You may not become an owl, but you will become a little wiser. Thank you for listening to this story. If it touched your heart, please like this video, share it with someone who needs to feel heard. And don't forget to subscribe to learn English with stories for more calm, motivational English stories. For more details, please check the link in the description.